like my bitches are dangerous. They didn't know me once, so I left from with wishes. You know it a drop when you drain and can't flip it. I'm living big, I swear to God, on Luke, ain't kidding. Money, turn it up, mama. Gon' slam her some dope, her hair great like a grandma. You know my ice blinking like Dolce, like a panda. Roll it, hold it, I couldn't control, shout it like a channel. My racks are squeaking on that pot and I hop in that Rari, I crank all like water. Horses don't stop, they keep going. Yeah. You can lose your life, but it gon' keep going. Why not risk life when it's gon' keep going? When you die, somebody else was born, but at least we got to say we ran on the digit, we ran on the money, we ran on the digit, we ran on that money, we ran on the digit, we ran on the money. Oh, we ran on the digit, we ran on the money, we ran on the digit, we ran on some money, we ran on some digit, we ran on some money. I'ma move me some dough like confusion. I'ma go in that bitch with a ruler. I'ma toast me a nigga like Schroeder's. I'ma keep a red flag cause I'm Booler. I know some roller spaces like a duelist. Yeah, I'm screaming on my car like Goulet. When I snort it, I feel like I was aborted. If I ever die it, baby, better drop was words. I been getting money before the music for Pandora. I just do this shit when I get bored. Nigga, horses don't stop, they keep going. Yeah, you can lose your life, but it gon' keep going. Why not risk life when it's gon' keep going? Somebody else was born, but at least we got to say we ran on the digit, we ran on the money, we ran on the digit, we ran on that money, we ran on the digit, we ran on the money. We ran on the digit, we ran on the money, we ran on the digit, we ran on some money, we ran on some digit, we ran on some money. We got London on the track.
Today, we're going to talk about the NBA Finals, finding winners on the diamond, and let's cash another squad ride. This is Behind the Lines. Well, Jovan, the Orioles have now lost 7 games in a row. What a fucking joke. 15-31, more than 15 games under 500. You just got swept by the Nats. I haven't seen the Nats sweep a team, let alone the Orioles, I don't think in my lifetime. I'm all for reading a good book in the off season when your fucking feet are in the sand and you don't have a baseball game to worry about. Mid-season when you got a 6 ERA, fucking lock in, buddy. Put the books down. Grab a baseball. Hit the fucking treadmill, Trevor.
Of course, the Cubs are a team where if you them like a single-pronged approach, a simple approach with the plate, they can only key in on one pitch, which with Mick Abel is exactly what you have to do. They have been demolishing those pitchers every single time they see it. They ain't stopping now. I'm buying in. We're seeing a shootout.
320 feet. I could hit a ball that far. I mean, when do we normalize celebrating pop-ups? Aaron Judge, typical me guy move. Hitting a nuke there instead of just putting the ball in play. And look, he didn't make the dimensions of the park, but he decided to play in them, and that shit pisses me off.
I got too much to live, no time to forget. New chrome, yeah, I got this shit on my head. You grown, shit, no, I don't got time for this. Alone.
What is going on, chat? Happy BTL Monday, episode 715 piece. As always, hold the fry, joined by your two hosts, Krabs and Jovan, presented by SeatGeek. Jovan, I got a quick question for you real quick. Should not be too hard. If you're buying your tickets online, where are you getting them at? Simple. SeatGeek.
Simple.
It really is that easy.
Not even going to think about it. Going to
I'll answer it for you. SeatGeek. Boom. Easiest question of all time. You're buying your tickets on SeatGeek. You're using promo code Bookit10, and you're getting a discount on your future purchases on the best ticket purchasing app out there by far, SeatGeek. SeatGeek. If you guys aren't using it yet, go download it yourself. Fire app. Go get some MLB tickets on SeatGeek. All right, maybe you're looking at the NFL schedule coming up. Get your tickets on SeatGeek. All right, save yourself some coins. Use promo code Bookit10. Looks like Easy Puck got his PLL tickets on SeatGeek this weekend. Hell yeah. Let's fucking go, Easy Puck.
Let's go.
Attaboy. Cannot wait to get to the PLL this weekend. Me and Goots will be boots on ground on Saturday. Sure. In Baltimore.
PLL's been filling the pockets this year, Krabs.
Filling the pockets like some $5 fill-ups at KFC. Filling them up.
Still have those this economy?
I think they do. They do. If they don't, they need to bring those back. Great deal. They're probably like $10 now. W inflation. We got the Gummy One coming in hot. Let's go, Gummy One. New week, new bags. Yes, sir. Let's stay hot, the Gummy One. Let's stay hot. We got a first-time chatter. No way. Oh, this is music to my ears, Jovan. Are you seeing this? I've got life.
First time chatter knows what's up.
W. Nick Hennessy coming in hot. First time chatter, long time lurker. First time chatter, he says, Yankees are going to bust those against Soriano today. I bet. I have a feeling we'll be talking plenty about that game today, along with the rest of the Diamonds.
Sure.
We will. Not a ton of games today. So we'll spend some time going over all the MLB games. We've got the NBA Finals as well tonight, so we can take a peep at that as well as we get a subby coming in from Holy Howitzers. Let's go, Howitzers. Attaboy. Red Sox org is actually cricket flounder anal meat. Okay. That's a new one, Jovan. I haven't heard that one yet.
Cricket flounder anal meat is... Wow.
That's a new
trip to the drawing board. I didn't expect to see. Love that though.
Is a new one. W's, appreciate the subbies, appreciate the chats. People forget we've got a hype train moving and grooving already. And it's only been a couple minutes. Love to see it. W chat, getting involved. You guys are goated. Let me take a peep at the YouTube chat as well. Got to show you guys some love.
YouTube.
What's up, goats? We got Syrup Sap, Rocky Sponge, Sterna, 69 Nice. Getting involved in the YouTube chats. People think that JJ Spawn and Jovan Comp is the funniest shit of all time. They can't get over it.
Unreal.
Congratulations, Jovan.
Unreal.
All jokes aside, that putt, unbelievable.
Dude, that was crazy.
Dude. I mean, Jovan, you know sports better than 99.9% of the world. So I know you're probably not watching every minute of every golf tournament every weekend, but you tapped in at least to that round, or at least see some of the. Okay,
I was tapped into the end, the finish.
Okay, that was cinema.
Insane putt.
Cinema. Good for JJ Spawn. Nobody believed in the guy. He's had a tough couple of years. He talked about it on the post-game or post-round press or whatever. He was worried about losing his job last year. The guy had diabetes. He lost like 40 pounds over the last couple of years. He's had like some health problems. He just had a kid. His daughter was sick yesterday, and he had to wake up at the ass crack of dawn to go get her some medicine before his fucking round yesterday. Incredible story. What a guy, JJ Spawn. Golf gods were looking out for him yesterday. Started out like quail shit, closed out strong, and made the longest putt of the tournament, Jovan, to win at the end there. It was like a 60-footer, a snake putt. Longest putt of the whole weekend. Saved the best for last. Incredible ending to an incredible tournament. Yeah, that helps. That helps. Getting the read. Those guys, look, it doesn't help much for me. If anything, when I'm out there on the course, I get a read, it might make my putt worse. I'm overthinking that shit. But those guys on tour, they get a read. I mean, they're in business. I don't care if they're 100 feet from the hole. You get a read. People splooging, acting like it was the first time ever seeing Tiger Woods play golf. Like, do we have the shortest memories of all time? What are we doing here? Super fun to watch. People acting like it was the first ever Tiger Woods tournament they've seen in their entire life. I was confused. I was like, have we not seen this already or heard about this before? Tiger Woods was the greatest golf player of all time. What are we doing? Hype train moving and grooving. We only have about a minute left. We'll see if they keep that hype train aloof. Remember, Krabs, it's never on coaching. Cola.
Don't even get him started, man.
I really don't want to do it.
That might be one of the worst quotes I've ever heard by a coach.
I really don't want to do it. All it's going to do is make me incredibly angry. I can't do it. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. I mean, I've been screaming this from the mountaintops, Jovan, since 2019 when we actually fucking won the World Series, still saying he was a shit coach. It's not like this is new. I've been saying this for almost a decade. Shit coach. Shit coaches say stupid things. Shit coaches do stupid things. It's never on coaching. As we lose a game because they pinch run and put Jacob Young, the fastest guy in the league, at third base, and then we don't fucking tag up on the shittiest throw of all time to left field. What the fuck are we doing? Not on coaching. I've never seen worse base coaches in my entire life. We got Gerardo Parra getting a handout job at first base, fucking sending people to second because he's Baby Shark. Handout, drinky buddy for Davey Martinez. We got a third base coach who makes the wrong fucking call every single time. But it's never on coaching. We got Davey Martinez pitching to Pete Alonso in the Mets in that series with an open base and costing us a win. But it's never on coaching. Ever. It's never on coaching. Maybe worst quote of all time.
That was really bad. Really, really bad.
It's never on coach. We got Josh Bell still hitting the lineup because we're loyal to him. And he was a former Nat legend. He's hitting $150. But it's never on coaching. It's never on coaching. I can't do it.
Really bad.
I'll leave it at that.
Really
I could spend an hour and a half bitching, moaning, complaining, yapping. Can't do it. You guys deserve better. You don't need to hear that anymore. Shit product. 7 in a row. And you know what's going to fix it, Jovan? Let's just go ahead and call up Brady House. Let's go ahead and put a Band-Aid on it. Let's distract from what just happened in the nation's capital. Let's distract from maybe the most selfish me guy, worst fucking quote of the entire MLB season from a manager who's been around the block. He played. He's coached for a while. It's not his first fucking rodeo. Keep your yap shut. Your number one job as a coach is to be a fucking bulletproof vest for your guys. You take that one on the fucking chin for your guys. You do. That's number one fucking job as a manager. You take all the blame. What a fucking loser. Never on coaching, never on me. As you got your fucking drinky buddy Jim Hickey and Darnell Coles, the worst hitting coach of all time, the highest ground ball rate in baseball history this year. Never on coaching.
I'll say it. Bruce the Bad Dog. Just overrated. Overrated
all this
prospect.
hype about Bruce the Bat Dog, and the guy takes the worst route to a bat I've ever seen.
Bench him. I'm tired of him. Send him back down.
Let's distract from our terrible coaches. Let's distract from the players not giving a shit, not showing any effort out there on the field. The most toxic clubhouse in baseball right now. Let's distract by calling up Brady House and calling up a fucking Airbud to go grab the bats, and he can't even do it.
Dude, end the experiment, man. He's bad.
He can't even do it.
Really bad bat dog.
I'll say it. The fuck was he doing in Rochester the last couple of years?
No, didn't get enough reps, clearly.
Bad product in DC right now, Sterna. Bad product. I'll say that, though. I'm with you, Ryan. It's not on Bruce. It's not on
Might be on Bruce. It might be on Bruce.
Who? His team drives me nuts. Was with my fam last night. They know I'm absolutely obsessed with the Nats. It's all I fucking think about all goddamn day during the season, right? And they're asking me, what's going on? They're pretty tapped. Not as tapped as us, obviously, but they're watching the games at night, whatever. They're pretty tapped in. They're like, what the hell are we watching right now? Team stinks. And I just went off. Went off on Davey. Acting like it mattered at the fucking table like I'm on Masson. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. And the Rents were asking, they were like, what is the issue here? Is it the players? Is it the coaches? And I'm like, it's everything at once. And it's a shit show. It's the whole shebang. It's the owner, it's the coaches, and shit. Probably the players aren't putting in enough effort and heart. I'll say it.
Yeah.
At least not the last week or two. But would you, if your coach doesn't give a fuck about you or fight for you once on the field? David Martinez used to go out there, Jovan, and throw the bases around the field like a lunatic, like a madman, only 2 or 3 years ago. He hasn't gone out and argued with the umpires one time this season. I've watched every game.
Need that.
Not one time for his guys.
Literally need
Even
that.
if you're wrong, you got to go out there and fight for your guys. You know why? Because the other fucking dugout is yapping, and they might be wrong too, but at least they're fighting for their players. At least they're getting in the umpires' heads. Davey's standing there, fat as fuck in the dugout, not giving a shit. Just standing there doing nothing. Lazy as hell. Where's the Davey I used to know and love? Where's the guy who used to go out there and kick dirt around and throw bases? He's gone. Gone. He's gone. Oh. Unbelievable. Ron Rivera 2.0. I wouldn't be mad if the team just stunk. I wouldn't be mad if they didn't have a couple young studs. I wouldn't be mad if they were just a bad ball club. But they're right there. That's why I'm pissed. That's why it's frustrating. Because a couple tweaks, a good coach, and they're fucking right there.
Legit right there.
You spend a little more money, you get a coach who knows what he's doing, and they're in the wild card talks. They're doing everything wrong, Jovan, and they're still 10 games under 500 with a lot of ball game left, a lot of season left.
A lot of it.
Oh,
Just so much season left.
we got Sean Beasy coming in resubbing. Let's go, Sean Beasy. A couple other sub bangs coming in here is hot. Nick Hennessy coming in resubbing. W. Nick. I believe that was the first time chatter. If not, appreciate you, my man. Sean Beasy, you're him. Nick Hennessy, you're him. Sean Beasy coming in with another subby.
To Ches Johnson and Egbuka. Love that.
Okay.
Love that.
You've got a golden Kappa train incoming, folks.
Let's go.
Again.
Golden
Don't know what it means.
What the fuck
but
is
I like
that?
it.
What is that?
Don't know what it means, but I like it. Yep. Let's fucking go, chat. Keep that golden Kappa train moving. And somebody let me know what it means. Please. Please. Shout out the DC Defenders for spanking that ass this weekend.
Getting a ring, Krabs.
There's a positive in the city. How about DC getting a ring for the first time in a couple of years, huh? The Defenders
you gonna go to a parade?
I don't know if I have time for the Defenders parade. I don't know.
Just like a meet up at a bar or something.
It's probably, a couple guys. It's probably the Beer Snake people, the Captain Obvious dude who goes there and is Captain Obvious fit. I don't know if you saw him on Twitter, but he was on TV this weekend. They do have some good fans for the Defenders.
They do. I've seen the games.
Yeah. DC was air. Let's go, Trice picks. Sure. All right. Let's do some recaps. Let's keep moving and grooving. Enough of me yapping about the Nats. It's sad. If they don't win today, I'm switching to the Savannah Bananas.
Okay.
Yep. That'll be my team going forward.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Let's go ahead and move on, Goodsy. Show me that damn squad rad recap from Friday. How about the dogs? Who let the dogs out?
Ma.
We got a 5-unit sub whale coming in from Sean Beasy. Looks like he tailed the fucking water dogs. Atta babe. Looks like he tailed the damn dogs.
Goated.
Let's go. W's. Sean Beasy, you are him, bro. Appreciate the subbies. He's got 5 on it. Come on. Let's go, Sean Beasy. Atta boy. Let's stay hot. I want to see the Sharp Report recap, and then we'll talk PLL. Red hot.
Wow.
On the left sector.
Could have swept if Taj Bradley wasn't rat meat too.
Yeah.
Really, really, I mean, not the Rays didn't, I think, put up some. I don't know if that was in the 6th or not. But
was that? No, that was the Starlin Marte hit with bottom 5, 2 outs, I believe.
Was it?
I think it was, because I think I sent in the group chat, shout out Starlin Marte for blowing the first 5 under 4.5 in the last possible moment.
That's right.
I believe it was. Yep. W.
Right.
Billy the Kid. Moose shit.
Right.
4-1 that we take it. We move, we groove, we don't complain. Okay?
Yep. W. Carey. Hashtag thank you, Krabs.
Really good week last week. Let's stay hot, chat. Let's stay hot.
Yeah, really bad job. Really bad job. The one time, I guess, for both of those games, I could have used some chat nuggets on the weather. Crickets. The one time we need it. Nothing.
Okay.
Unbelievable. But yeah, that's never out of pulse. That's almost shit hard, though, I guess, towards the end there.
Yeah. I mean, again, putting in for air when the lights are bright. What the fuck are we doing?
Dude, Fair needs to be sent to Iran.
Well, Jovan, he's the only left-handed reliever we have on the team now, brother.
I have to bring back Poche.
I think he already got picked up by the Phillies.
No way he got actually picked up. He needs to be put in the bed.
Yep.
Put in the bed. Also, clap it up for Krabs almost getting it under on the ice. Almost. I thought you were actually about to get one.
Thanks for bringing that one up.
Just had to say it. Had to say it. I thought you were legitimately. I was about to congratulate you.
Finally got that one out of my brain in the last couple nights, and fuck.
I knew the second
5 goals.
I knew the second McDavid scored to make it 3-1.
Yeah, it was over.
It was never happening.
I literally had Jovan whispering in my ear on my couch like a little devil, saying shit's caked after he made it 4-2. Shit was caked.
No, not even 4-2. After it was 3-1, you knew it was caked.
Or sorry. Yeah, whenever he put one in, it was caked. Oh.
That was pissed.
Series over.
You should have got that one. You should have got that one.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Still a shit bet. God damn it. Just free overs every fucking game on the ice, huh? Hand out overs. Free.
And
Unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it. I get it. Goalies are getting pulled. Risks are being taken more often than not in the postseason of late. I get it, right? Game's changing a hair. Lines aren't changing at all. They're still fucking sticking it at 6.5. Maybe to get bozos like me.
I mean, you can't put it at 7.
You could.
Seven's,
When the game goes over 5 times in a row, you could.
You can't, dude. A 7 total in what would that be compared? A 7 total in the Stanley Cup would be like a fucking 11 total in the World Series, or like a
the cup in the UFL
total.
Championship. The total in the the total in the UFL Championship was 52.5, and it's sort of over.
Yeah,
you could make it that high. You could.
Going back for one more or 2 more.
I mean, yeah, I'm going to keep taking it. Yeah.
Maybe we get
I'm not giving up.
Mini Meg for game 700.
No mini Megs. No mini Megs on a trend like this. Okay. Just one unit to get the look back.
Surely.
All right. Yeah, no game 7. Like Easy Puck's saying, the series is already over. No need to even watch tomorrow.
Already over. Just like they said,
it
was over after they got blown out 2 games ago. And they came back and won in Florida.
Oh, man. Skywalker says, cannot wait to see that under on the Sharp Report. I think that under in that series has been one of my only fucking losers on the Sharp Report the last couple of weeks, to be honest.
It really has. You've been damn near just invincible every other play.
Oh, brutal. Maybe I should just hang it up at that under, huh? Be young. Well, one thing about me, not a quitter. I got heart. I got grit, and I'm running that shit back. I didn't hear no bell, chat. 2 words. Did not hear no bell. Okay? Let's move. Let's groove. Actually, let's talk about the PLL for a second here. An unbelievable weekend of PLL action. By the way, 10-2 on PLL bets. 10-2 on PLL straight bets so far this season. Piping hot.
Piping.
If you're sitting there in the chat right now, rolling your eyes, going, who gives a shit? Not telling that. What, you hate coins? You hate making money. You hate bets that hit. What are you thinking? You're too much of a me guy? You're too stuck in your own ways to fucking hop in on the PLL and make some coins? Wake up. Sack up. Start tailing responsibly. I'm seeing the board clear as day in the PLL. 10-2. 10-2. 10-2 records don't grow on trees. That's right up there with the KBO record back in the day. That might overtake it. The 8-1-1 KBO record.
Yeah, maybe that should go in that bio.
That might overtake it.
New command.
10-2 on PLL action so far this season. We will be there, boots on ground on Saturday. I cannot wait.
Wow. What matchups we got this week?
Dude, some really good ones. Unfortunately, the Redwoods have a bye.
Rat meat.
Not going to be able to see the Redwoods.
Really
but
bad.
We've got the Atlas against the Water Dogs. That's going to be cinema.
Or the Atlas just moose? Is that the conclusion we can come to here?
They just
hanging it up with them.
Done. Jovan, they just simply can't get it done. Also, shout out to PLL because they sent some fucking whip snakes, fiddlesticks here. Maybe I'll just keep this in my hand the entire stream today. Maybe I'll bring this on Saturday, Goots. I got a second one too. We can play catch. Okay. The Atlas, they just don't know how to close. They don't know how to win. It's sad. So much potential, so much heart, and then they just blow it. They fold. They have no clutch gene. They melt. They're notorious melters, and they melted again. Sad. So yeah, that'll be must-see TV because they're in last place now, the Atlas, after a week 1 win. They've lost 2 in a row. They've got their backs against the walls, and they're playing a really good Water Dogs team, who's also coming off a loss, but they had a doubleheader, and they looked great in that first game of last weekend. So that's going to be a great game on ESPN, I believe. Yeah. I think there's 3 games on national TV this weekend. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat, or Ron, if you're lurking. I'm seeing that game's on ESPN. I'm seeing the Cannons and the Whip Snakes Saturday night, which is just another unbelievable game this weekend. Whip Snakes got off the schneid, got a big-time comeback win over the weekend. Got their first win of the season, and the Cannons have looked great overall so far this season. That's a great game. That game's on ESPN2 on Saturday. 2 great games in Baltimore on Saturday in the PLL. Let's go.
That could be huge.
Let's go. All right. You don't want to bring a glove to baseball games, but you're going to bring a lacrosse stick. Yep. Because I make the rules, Big Cheesy. Me. Dude, so we might need these as protection too if we're going into Baltimore. Right?
That could be it.
You're right. We don't need protection when we got Goots. Wait, what'd you say? It is.
Bro,
it
there's
is.
No way. No
Shout
way
out
we're
Baltimore,
flexing
yes.
crime rates, Goots.
St. Louis is actually #1 now. It's the most
Flexing
unsafe city
crime
in the
rates.
country. Shout out Yale. Yep, Baltimore's 5th now. I saw that article, Goots. Yep. I saw it. Well, I don't know about that. We'll see. Let's go. All right, chat. WPLL this past weekend, WPLL this season, 10-2. If you're not tailing, you're just too stubborn, too stuck in your ways, and you hate coin. Maybe you could put your fucking your biases to the side this upcoming weekend when we're boots on grounds, and you could tail some winners. Okay, chat? Dubs. We do have the College World Series starting up here today. We got a game starting up here in about an hour. Jovan?
Yeah, well, Murray State has the chance to do maybe the funniest thing of all time. It should be just incredible. You got elimination game after Arkansas LSU. I mean, that was probably the best game talent-wise of the tournament, but Arkansas couldn't figure out how to hit Cade Anderson. He's goated. I think a lot of people penciled in Arkansas to win that game. Didn't happen. They looked horrible at the plate. Probably going to have a little better of a chance to hit this game, but Murray State just has some magic, dude. I know it fell a little bit short in game 1, but I have a feeling this game is going to be nuts and come down to some bullshit at the end. So I would not mind taking Murray State plus 4.5, I'm saying.
Yeah. A little sprinkle.
Yeah. I mean, I think
a little half unit.
It probably turns out one of two ways. This comes down to the wire, and they either win or like lose at the end by 1, or they just lose by 50 because they're pitching. But they can swing it.
Okay. Well, then, should we take their ML for a sprinkle?
Could always be the ML.
What are you seeing? What odds? Actually, I think I have it up right here. Plus 340, Murray State on the ML. Oh my God, they moved to plus 3.5 on the run line, Jovan.
Wow. W moves.
Right in front of my eyeballs. They were plus 4.5 right before BTL chat. Now Murray State's plus 3.5. Shit. And they're plus 105. They're trying to get people to pay juice and lay juice on Arkansas minus 3.5, minus 135.
Pay juice. I just kind of want to be there in case they pull off. I mean, if they win this game, I would say this is probably the biggest upset. Maybe not odds-wise because I don't have a fucking stats counter in my head, but out of like recent memory, this would probably be the biggest upset and that's happened in Omaha in quite some time.
Should we just take the plus 3.5 at plus chicken now?
I kind of want to. It's like half. I think they can get it done. Half, it's kind of just FOMO. I kind of want to be there if they do it.
And I'm getting Mike Young GOAT texts in my Hokie group chats right now as we speak, folks.
Okay.
Have you heard the news? Jovan.
What's the news, Krabs?
You haven't heard the news?
What random Hokie is spawned and going to be the next Wemby?
Oh, well, you're close. Jovan, the Hokies just got the best overseas prospect in college basketball. Neoklis from Greece. And there you go, see you. Goots, I couldn't do it. Goots. Jack Goots asked me if he bet me before the show today if I wouldn't bring it up. Would I be able to withhold and stay off saying it? I said, fuck no. I couldn't do it. Jovan, we got him.
We got him.
The Hokies are back.
Bro.
People are calling him the next Greek freak, folks. A 6'8" combo guard.
What's this guy's name?
Neoklis. Check my tweets, bro.
You tweeted about him already?
Check the tweets. I watched an 8-minute YouTube highlight video about him this morning.
You got to be kidding me.
And I'm trying to figure out why the hell he just signed to come to Blacksburg. But turns out, on his professional team over there overseas, he had a couple former Hokies on his squads. from that Duke Sweet 16 run. Remember when we lost that game to Duke? Ahmed Hill.
Yeah.
Does that name ring a bell? Ahmed Hill got in his ear. He said, Blacksburg's a great place. They'll take care of you down there. Next thing you know, he signed the best international prospect in college basketball. Guess who got him? The Hokies. Jovan, I'm not even kidding.
So he verbally committed, Krabs?
No, he signed today.
I'm seeing that he verbally committed.
Jovan.
I'm looking at the tweet you posted. What do you mean?
I know, but there's new developments within the last 30 minutes. He's signed.
Okay.
He's signed. Officially. Pen to paper.
I'd put
people are losing
so
their
much
minds
coin
right now
on the line that he spends 1 year max at VT. If he's actually
Jovan, he was about to go to the NBA. So yes. It's the best prospect we've gotten since Nickeil Alexander-Walker. He's a one and done. He's signed. Shout out the Hokies. Straight up. Out of nowhere, bro. What's crazier, the Devers trade or the Hokies getting Neo? His nickname's Neo, by the way. I already learned it.
8 points a game in the Greek League, Krabs.
He's 19.
8 points a game. We're glazing that.
He's the best international prospect in college basketball. Not my words. Not my words. Bro, he's nasty. Watch the highlights. Check the data.
I mean, I'm seeing him scrolling. He looks all right.
He looks pretty fucking good, huh?
Yeah.
He looks pretty big and strong and fast. And he shoots threes. All right, let's move. Goots is just jealous. All right, Goots. Goots, notorious basketball hater. Jealous. Ooh. Yeah, can you guys just let me have this one for the love of God? When do I ever get one, bro? I'm asking for one. You guys can't be happy for me on this one?
It's
Jesus.
Bo Cruz. Goots, bro.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe
All right,
maybe
chat.
you need one.
That's what I'm saying. Let me get one, bro.
You gotta choose one though. You gotta choose one though, because I cannot do this and pretending like Kyron Jones is good.
Okay.
You gotta pick one.
All right, give me a night to sleep on it. I don't know what I'm gonna choose then. Fuck. I'm gonna need to sleep on that one. That's fair. That's fair. All right. Let's move. Let's groove. All right, Gootsy. You want to talk about some winners for today? Want to hop into the good old-fashioned Sharp report?
Sure.
Let's keep the home teams close, huh? How about a first 5 under? And the Nats and the Rockies. You've got Brady House debut. I swear to God, if this kid isn't good, I'm going to lose my fucking mind. A lot of pressure.
You don't want him
up
to
on
be
an
good
8-game
today.
losing streak.
You don't want him to be good today.
Well, yeah, that's facts. I'm just talking about career in general. If he's not good, I'm going to lose my mind with all this hype. But he's making his debut today. Bless his heart. If he goes out there and hits a fucking nuke, I'll tip cap, charge to the game. But first game, could be some jitters there. Facing a lefty. You guys know the Nats struggles against lefties. I don't care if they're facing Palmquist. I don't care if they're facing Chris Sale. They can't hit lefties. Bless their hearts. They can't. That's not going to change overnight, respectfully, especially when the team doesn't give a shit. I mean, Dave Martinez has lost the locker room. Luis Garcia is the epitome of showing it, right? He's going out there, dropping lazy fly balls, not hustling. And you can pretty much tell how locked in the guys are by watching Luis Garcia and how much effort he's showing, because he's one of the guys that kind of needs to pick me up every once in a while, and he needs the coach in his ear a little bit. So checked out. And so is the offense, and so is the whole team. They're not scored any runs. But you know what the one chance they do have today to maybe keep this game competitive and keep them in it? It's a Jake Irvin bounce back start against the quail shit Rockies at home. If there's one thing I know about Jake Irvin, if there's one guy I know on this team who will step up when nobody believes in it, out of nowhere at times, the only time this guy pitches well, it's Jake Irvin. And he's been struggling immensely. Don't get me wrong. He's been getting mucked up. But Jake Irvin is a team guy. He's a glue guy. I think he goes out there and has a bounce back start. Not asking for much, not saying much. He's facing the Rockies. Okay? But the Rockies are coming off of scoring some runs, Jovan. The Rockies are coming off of, not their worst games over the last week or so. I know they've only won 2 of their last 5, but they dropped a 10-piece yesterday against the Braves in a big-time win. Automatically want to fade this offense after that shit.
Yeah.
If they drop another, crooked number and score a bunch of runs today, I will tip cap. All right. I want to fade that offense against Jake Irvin. His squares on Prize Picks look pretty darn well. Pretty good. Excuse me. And then I'm not seeing the Nats scoring early. If they score, it's going to be late. And they'll be late game heroes once again. But I do think Palmquist in that 7.77 ERA and this total drop in 8.5 some places is pretty fucking weird. And it doesn't hurt that Jake Irvin's been struggling a ton as well, and we're seeing this total drop. Well, I'll keep the bullpens out of it. I'll keep the late game surge out of it from the Nats. And I'll take the first 5 under. And it's good to see some of the sharper books already dropping down to 4.5 for the first 5 under. So get the under 5 in responsibly while you still can.
Sure. I'm in on that. Always
Word.
in on some Krabs first 5s.
Yeah. Let's stay hot.
Yep.
Jovan, what are you cooking up over there, my man? I want to see your first straight bet of the day.
Let's go to the finals,
Wow.
Krabs.
Jesus, dudes.
I could just say Trent's going to be boots on ground in full kit and pretty much end it there. But I do think the Pacers are going to come very close, at the very least, to winning this game. And it's a masterclass in, I guess, adjustments in the second half and fourth quarter for OKC with what they did to the Pacers offense, which they made life extremely tough on Halliburton. And the Pacers offense was, they struggled mightily for a while after that. But in reality, if you watch the game, there were some outside forces that led to the game, ended up going or making it go the way it did towards the end. Cough, cough. A lot of very questionable calls, I would say, as somebody who had nothing invested on either side of the game. Swung OKC's favor, or in their favor, a lot towards the end. And it was almost brutal to watch. But they ended up covering the game, which is cool. And the second I saw this one open at single digits, I kind of figured I knew or at least what I was going to do come this game. But again, they made life super tough on Halliburton and the offense down the stretch. And defensively or offensively too, against the Pacers defense, they were getting every single switch they wanted. They took SGA off the ball. J-Dub was handling the ball, and the Pacers really couldn't figure it out because they're struggling with finding a way to get Nembhard back on SGA after all that happened. After they've done that every single time this series, come away with some adjustment, which includes getting Nembhard off the ball. They come back in the second game and figure out how to get him back on the ball. So you're going to feel like SGA getting physical with Nembhard, and it's going to be a lot tougher of an offensive matchup for them. And he's just not going to be able to do what he wants. And they did that well in the first half, and it definitely helped in the sense of SGA was struggling. He wasn't a huge part of the offense. They had to shift his minutes to make sure he was getting as little Nembhard as possible. And then in the second half, they made the adjustment. He wasn't able to get him on the ball, which is why, SGA got to the line a billion times like he always does, but the offense looks so much better. There's going to be an adjustment. I guess you're going to see a little shift in minutes, especially after OKC tried to go back to double bigs. Didn't really work, but they're working well enough outside of that in the fourth quarter for it to matter. The Pacers are going to come back today and make some noise, and I think win this game.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked to see that. A lot of people taking the Thunder again today. A ton of people took the Thunder in the last game. I saw people laying the ML for 2 units. I saw people taking the spread, sharps and squares combined. And Jovan cashed, right? It played out. It paid out.
Somehow, some way.
Yeah. And now everybody's running it back. And everybody's laying the -9.5. They're saying, oh my God, this number's huge. Why are they laying 9.5? They're laying 9.5 because they're -750 pre-fucking NBA Finals. And they're playing a Pacers team that everyone's still trying to figure out how the fuck they're doing this. Right? It's not that weird.
Yeah.
I don't think it's
I was surprised.
-9.5.
I was surprised, especially after they ended up covering the game and winning by 7. The fact that this number is not where it was in the first 2 games that were in OKC, which was double digits like that. The one they blew them out, technically. I know the game was closer for a while, but pretty sure the spread was 11.5. It's the second I saw single digits, it was already decided in my head.
Yep. It's the most trappy number of all time for the Thunder. All they got to do is win by 10.
Yeah.
Especially after closing out strong for the first time in the series in that last game. All they got to do is win by double digits, Jovan. That's all it is. Just got to win by 10.
It is.
Such a trappy number in the NBA. Reminds me of the -2.5s on the gridiron. All they got to do is win by a field goal, right? That shit doesn't pay. They got your asses red-handed.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Jovan. I think it could be the Pacers tonight. Maybe they don't win. Wouldn't be shocked if they do.
I think they win.
I think they keep it close. Wow. Okay. You heard it here first, folks. Javon's got the Pacers. with Trent in attendance, boots on ground. I believe he's probably on the way right now as we speak.
Probably is. Or maybe they're already. God knows. I don't know when he left. Or if he's leaving now.
That's going to be must-see TV. Somebody on the Bookit account said they're nuking the Pacers.
It's got to be Trent freaking out and being soft.
Well,
if you go there in full kit with a Pacers ticket in pocket, could never look at you the same.
Trent, drive safe, please. Maybe put the chats down for a little bit. Trent, have fun at the game tonight. Please don't fade your squad. Boots on ground after promising you're not betting on the series anymore. Just go enjoy the show, man. Go root for your squad. The anger you're gonna get if you fade your Thunder and the Pacers somehow don't cover, that anger outweighs your happiness.
I can understand sitting it out,
on the Pacers.
Yeah, playing the Pacers, you can't. It's a winning bet, but you just can't do it.
No. All right, let's keep moving and grooving. Was not expecting to see an NBA Finals play on the Sharp Report, but I'm happy that we did. Sure. All right, let's keep swinging it around, Gootsy. I'm going to go over my second play today. How about the S? Hashtag Birdland. Hashtag Birdland. Let's fucking go. Jovan, I'm sorry. It's against your Rays.
Don't be sorry.
Rays are playing well.
Fantastic. Hashtag thank you, Mets. Hottest team
Hashtag
in ball. Best team at home. Greatest team of all time I think they have like 4 or 5 different players that are making more than the entire Rays lineup combined. Yeah, get swept in your own house.
We've got a Goots Jovan Berg going on in Tampa this week, folks. Feast your eyes.
I'm with you, though. I think Goots gets one to start.
Goots, have some confidence here. Have some confidence here, Gootsy. Okay. Rays are coming off a 9-0 win. Not just a series sweep against the Mets, the hottest team in baseball, the best home team in baseball, but a 9-0 win.
Yeah.
Also nice. I had the under. Can't fucking.
Yeah, Rapis. It was 8.5. Right?
I had that, and I had Miles Mikolas plus a half, and they lost 2-1 first 5. Quail shit losses.
GG.
Quail shit losses yesterday. But I got a pretty good feeling you see this O's team. Can't just talk about the Rays playing good right now, Jovan. How about the O's? Don't let them get hot. It might be too late. They've won 4 of their last 5.
Can't stop sweeping.
Just
bad teams. I got one sweep, Goots.
Can't stop sweeping.
No, they swept the White Sox too. But yeah, I guess we're really crowning the O's for playing well against bad teams. So
I'm crowning them. Wild card spot.
Really bad teams.
I'm officially crowning them.
They're joking for being Angels and White Sox. We're out here sweeping the Mets. It's okay though. It's okay.
Still MLB ball clubs. It's not easy to win baseball games in professional baseball.
I like what I see.
Yep.
Out of Goots' O's. I really do. I like what I see. Goots' O's, man. When everybody counted them out, when the season was over, nobody believed. Now they're 10 games under 500. Now they got a better record than the Nats. Who would have thought? It all comes back to the Nats. O's are playing good ball right now. So are the Rays. But seeing the O's catch 15 cents of steam with Eflin on the bump against Pepiot with 2 duffels in his hands, great sign. Great sign for the O's. I think they stay hot. And you see the Rays at home in a fat, happy, and complacent spot after sweeping the Mets 9-0 in that last game. They come back home, extra fat, extra happy, and maybe a hair complacent. Perfect time to fade them and back the O's. And let's not act like Zach Eflin, knock on wood, doesn't look like up there on the bump he hasn't turned a corner, because he has a little bit. Looked much better in his last couple outings than he did when he first got going. You see this a lot of times with the vets. Takes them a couple starts to get back into their midseason form, right? It's not uncommon. You see with Blake Snell every fucking year. Also, prayers up for Blake Snell. Hope we see him pitch again soon. Dude's always hurt. But today the O's are getting a big-time win with Eflin and his 4 ERA on the road, catching steam against one of the hotter teams in baseball, the Rays, who just beat the best team in baseball. Mandatory bet. If it was any other team, I'd be taking them. So I'm not going to waver just because it's the O's. And it's not like the O's are laying minus 130. So we got a chance. Give me the O's on the ML.
Huge chance, even though I think it's basically a pick 'em right now. And they're probably going to be favorites in a little bit here, which I think them being favorites looks like one of the trappiest lines I've seen in all of baseball in quite some time. So I will agree with you on that. I think Eflin might not shove, but Pepio I'm worried about because he has big time reverse splits. He's been much better like recently, but it's against a lot of lineups that strike out more than the Orioles, and they have some lefties in there, which he's been really good against. But the entire Orioles lineup minus, I guess, what they're going to throw 6 righties out there maybe today, 5, I guess.
You mean
could be it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like
yeah,
it's-
Westberg will be in it. Coben May will probably be in there. So,
I
yeah,
think the righties,
two or
are going
three.
to tear him apart. Tear him apart.
Okay. Yeah. Well, in Westberg,
Little revenge game.
Revenge
This for
game.
Zach Eflin.
And Eflin is not too fond of Tampa. I'll say that. Which a lot
He
of
did
his
not leave
issue.
there on good terms.
A lot of his issue. I mean, it wasn't bad terms. He's so tired of the trop, which I guess is not the main concern now. But he talked a lot of shit on his way out.
Now he's in a real ballpark. So.
Not really. I mean, shit ballpark.
Well, I meant like in Camden at home.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Real ballpark.
You're right about that. You're right about that.
It all comes back to Camden, huh?
Always.
Always does.
Goots.
Yep.
Side note: the Nats have a crab hot dog now, so it's not just the O's.
Wow.
Yep, I'm gonna have to do a
Brian
review of
Bishop.
that puppy.
Brian
Well,
Bishop.
No, it's probably good. It's probably pretty good. Okay.
Doesn't
I
feel
have to do a
doesn't
review
hit
of
the
that puppy.
same than eating one of those at Camden Yards, though.
Yeah, maybe not in Maryland, in the state of Maryland. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I'm
Might
sure
have
it's
to
still
get
jumbo
that
lump blue crab. though.
ASAP. They got that crab hot dog in the Diamond Club or what?
I don't think it's DC. I think it's I want like a stand vendor, like a local spot. That would be elite if they had
Diamond
that in
Club.
the Diamond Club. But
Diamond Club
No.
lacking.
I know.
What's going on
Get
here?
get your crab cakes up. They got crab cake sandwiches as well at Nats Park this year too, and they look good.
Chad, should I do a video teaching you how to break open crabs?
Wow.
That would be unbelievable.
Imagine I do that on
I
feed.
guarantee you 90% of the people in this chat would have zero fucking idea how to open up one of those puppies. It's honestly pretty hard, and unless somebody's taught you or unless you live on the East Coast, you
I'm
probably
a pro,
never had.
man. I probably have a way that you
Chesapeake blue
don't
crabs.
even know about crabs.
Okay.
Special way.
All right.
Yeah.
Dude says a life hack, folks.
Life hack.
We got DeGen Weekly coming in hot resubbing. Let's fucking go, chat.
Sure.
Hell yeah, DeGen. You're him, bro. I saw you splooging about those Tiger Woods highlights. Was that the first time you watched him golf over the weekend? I'm sorry, I just cannot get over that, DeGen.
That was so
It was an
funny.
incredible open for him, and he played injured, and he battled and he won. But no way, that's the first time we've seen those highlights, dude. Come on. Yeah, we might need a Goots mukbang on a dozen crabs, and Goots can do a tutorial on how to open up those puppies. Crabs acting like watching Prime Tiger when he was 10 years old. I used to watch Tiger a little bit. I got some Tiger memes. More of a Phil Mickelson guy.
Yeah, it's
Um,
still prime golf crabs guy. Phil Mickelson.
Phil's like one of my favorite athletes of all time. I mean, the guy was sweating out the Ravens to win the Super Bowl in the woods, looking for his ball, checking the score on his phone in the playoffs. That's a degenerate. Phil Mickelson. People don't talk about that enough.
Sure.
Okay. All right. Let's keep moving and grooving. O's ML. Should be a good look. Jovan, let's go to your next straight bet. Want to see what you're cooking up over there.
Sure. Didn't know that I could feel super confident in doing it. Shocker, backing runs in Sacramento. The A's actually had a decent series, I guess. It wasn't really it wasn't A's good. It was more just Royals bad in that series, frankly, but swept them, looked okay, I guess, doing it. The pitching was fine, but it really, again, had to do with just how piss poor the Royals bats were. And they had a players only meeting before yesterday's game, still did absolutely nothing. So next time, I forget who they play starting tomorrow, but probably going to be on the Royals in some fashion. But regardless, they look good. Astros have started to pick it up, but I think Mitch Spence, which I'm sure you'll talk about in a little bit here, I think he gets absolutely drilled, especially because, like, for the first time in a while because of how that series played out. Like Mitch Spence is like a glorified bulk guy who's not going to go too long. If he's like super inefficient, they're going to pull him even earlier, like we saw with a couple of pitches over the weekend. But for the first time, because they actually won games and they were close down the stretch, the A's actually had to use some of their top bullpen arms and use them in high leverage spots. So God forbid you get into that situation with Mitch Spence today, which I think they do, where he struggles and they score runs off him early. We're going to get into a bullpen that is decently taxed in comparison to what they have been like the last couple weeks, or like the whole time really they've been on this dog shit streak. And that bullpen, needless to say, is not very good. So I think it's a really piss poor matchup for Mitch Spence. And again, you'll talk about the hit square in a second. He's been really good as of recent. I think he's put together, I don't know if he's gotten there for the innings wise, but 3, not qualification wise, but just really good quality starts that he's put together for the most part. So I think that stops now. It's this Astros team that's starting to see the ball better. I guess like Jeremy Pena has been hot for a while, but now the rest of the lineup's starting to come together for the most part, and they're playing much better as of recent. I wanted to fade Lance off of, I don't know, not off of like a great start, but he's had a couple really good starts since he's been back. The like big explosion start happened to be against the A's when they're right in the middle of like their really horrid streaks. Like I don't think he's going to pitch all that well either, and the 10.5 total would tell you that. I just don't really care to back the A's and die on that hill in this game. I'd rather just back the Astros bats and say they're going to absolutely splooge. And if the A's put up, I don't know, 7 in this game, goes over without the Astros doing anything, I will tip the cap and say, shout out the A's. But I think the Astros bats are busting.
All right.
Just like Sade.
I do too. I love this play. Some might think it's a little cute going team total path instead of just the full game over. I think it's the right move, to be honest with you. Let's keep the fucking Athletics bats out of it, man. So done with them.
Yeah.
No shot they win a World Series in the next decade. I'll say
it's 10 years, Krabs. It's 10 years.
I can't get over it.
We just got to stop.
They never will.
Like we can't.
Like
even
what
have this
happens?
debate.
What happens right now is just
doesn't
not relevant.
matter at all.
Yeah. It matters if they have the same owner. We got Sade Whiteman coming in. Dropping not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 subbies, Jovan.
Shout out Sade. Always
about a 5
goated,
piece?
always locked.
Bro, he's been showing up like no other.
Showing up and showing out.
Shout out Sade Whiteman. Showing up, showing out. We are 50% of the way to our sub goal. Hell yeah. Let's go, chat. W Monday.
Noted.
You guys love splooging subbies on a Monday. Appreciate all you goats. Hope you all had a great weekend. Okay, let's make some coins today. Feel good about our play so far. Jovan cannot wait to talk about that Marlins first 5 play. We'll come back to it. W gatekeeping. Let's go over my play here real quick, Gucci. How about a late night over? Geek, good to see you lurking in the chat as well, brother. Hell yeah. Let's fucking go. Late night over, Jovan. Those don't grow on trees for me, but I can't get over this total.
Yeah,
you got Shohei pitching. He's only going to go an inning. Probably half the people betting on this game don't even fucking know that. They don't care. They see Shohei pitching. They're like, all right, whatever. They're just expecting Shohei to be a normal starter again. They don't know that he's only going an inning. They don't know that he's going to be limited, right? Seen a total at 9 with Dylan Cease involved. Also a little bit weird as well. I know he hasn't been great this season, Jovan, but his stats against the Dodgers are impeccable. He's got a sub-2 ERA against the Dodgers in his career. He owns them. Some might say, well, you might see that ERA regress a little bit after this start tonight. Would not be shocked to see the Dodgers bats put up a couple against Dylan Cease and co. And then I wouldn't be shocked to see Shohei either struggle early with all the pressure, all the eyeballs on him, lights extra bright. And if he doesn't, it's going to be a bullpen game for a banged-up bullpen for the Dodgers, and I think the Padres can squeak some runs as well. I thought this total would be moving down from 8.5, not up. Something feels off, and the splits look beautiful. One of the only public unders I've seen on the diamonds in the last couple of weeks. You don't see public unders. Bets and money percentage. You don't see them. Well, you're seeing one in this game because people see Shohei and Dylan Cease, and they automatically lock in the under. They don't look into it. They don't think, and that's cake. I'll fade both starting pitchers because Cease just cannot keep getting away with it against the Dodgers. It looks like a shell of himself this season. And Shohei's only going an inning. He's not going long. Runs. 2 words, chat. Runs. Splits look great. Bats look great for the Dodgers. I think they continue.
Sure. And I don't really know Who's going to end up coming in after him? Whether it's Robleski, whether it's, I don't know, Trevino. I guess they've been using a good bit, not for very long, but whoever it's going to be, I mean, it's not an arm I'd be scared of. It's like a lot of the reason we were backing runs in that series that was just a week ago was for this exact reason. So Shohei is cool and all, even though you see him for one inning, maybe two, but that bullpen is in shambles, even though it's not even relatively close to the reason they lose a lot of these games. It definitely is contributing to a lot of runs and tired, used, whatever you want to call it. A lot of the guys that don't deserve to be getting major league innings. So now that we're here against the Padres lineup that sneakily has started hitting the ball a little bit, Krabs. You know who also started hitting the ball? Who had 8 hits in the 3 games against the D-backs?
Oh.
Fernando Tatis.
Wow.
Seeing him.
Might be back. We knew it was coming.
Knew it was coming at some point.
Yep.
And he might be
waiting very patiently. Okay.
Yeah. Last week was a great week for him. I think he had 4 hits yesterday. But lineup starting to wake up. Could be the time.
If the slump wasn't busted, Tatis to LA could be the final nail in coffin to bust that slump, huh?
I mean,
yeah.
Feels like every time he goes to LA in that stadium, just an incredible pimp job at some point throughout the series.
Pimp job.
If it's tonight, imagine it's tonight off of Ohtani to lead off the game.
Pimp job.
That would be unbelievable.
Yep. That would be incredible. Runs, chat. Late night runs. You will not see a lot of overs, especially in Dodgers games, on my card. Ever. That's how you know I like to play. Let me get some late night runs. 2 words, chat. Late night runs. Get involved.
Sure.
Jovan?
2 words. Runs.
2 words, chat. Runs. Okay. Jovan, you got one more straight bet for the peeps. I'm excited for this sell job.
Sure. Which I think if we're looking at the card, the Orioles being, I guess, a pick 'em against the Rays is probably the most shocking thing to the eyes. The second you look at the slate, maybe right behind it is the fact that the Marlins are either a pick 'em or favored against the Phillies in this game, which is crazy considering I've been told nothing but how Mick Abel is the greatest pitcher of all time. Then we fade him. He gives up 3 nukes, can barely get out of the 4th inning. And he turns out when you give up that much hard contact, a lot of them find the seats rather than gloves the more times you do it than not. And the Marlins have been a peskier lineup, I guess, than they've been given credit for. The Nats series, they weren't like blow your socks off great. Again, that was another series. It was more just Nats bad than Marlins good. But I think this is another matchup that it's not really coming like with the home run power that like the Cubs have, obviously. But for a guy that's going to live in the zone a lot against a team that has been very pesky against pitchers that do that as of recent, I think it's a little bit of a problem. It's like I think that's one of the reasons why we see them favored. Also, kind of want to buy into Sandy because one of the reasons or main reasons that you have, I guess, it looks insane to me that the Marlins are about to be favored in this game is because Sandy, even though he's been back against 2 of the worst offenses in baseball over the past couple starts, he faced this lineup in April and he gave up 2 runs or 6 innings or 6 runs in 2 innings. So he was fucking terrible. Terrible. Yep. Out of all the starts that we've seen from Sandy throughout the season, that one might have been his worst. And the fact that we're seeing this number against, again, the pitcher I've been told is the greatest pitcher of all time, will never give up a run, will never give up a home run or anything off of any hard contact, I think it's incredibly telling. Do I want to get the Marlins bullpen involved? That is not only bad, but also continues. I don't know how they do this over the course of every single series. Rather, it's a series that they win in terms of like the Nats series, or it's a series they lose. Their bullpen just ends up getting absolutely destroyed. And like Henriquez pitched back-to-back days, Friday and Saturday. Like Jansen Junk threw a large bulk sessions. Like he's not going to be in there. Cade Gibson's like their lefty guy. So like that would be a huge help to have against the top of the lineup. He'll be available, but he also threw Friday and Saturday too. Like you had a lot of guys throw a couple extended outings yesterday between Phillips and Batcher. And I guess Tarnock came up and did the same thing. Their bullpen just gets destroyed no matter what the game situation ends up being, but it's already bad to start. So always keep him out of there. But first 5, I'm willing to back him into it.
First 5 ML. I'd prefer that. Keep the bullpens out of the shit. I'm so in. Love the angle. Love the play. Love back in Sandy. And love the sell job, man. Sandy might be back. Let's hope. Knock on wood.
It's definitely better.
Doesn't have to be perfect, right? Marlins bats look solid right now. I'd imagine the Marlins are going to have to score a couple.
Right? Yeah, probably.
It's not going to be a fucking shutout. Sandy does not have to be perfect, but I like his chances against Muck Abel and the Phillies. And yeah, keeping it simple, just seeing the fucking Marlins at a pick'em against the Phillies. I don't care who's pitching. I don't care what's going on. I don't care if the Marlins are playing good of late. That's nuts. And that's a great sign to back the fish today. As simple as that.
Yeah.
It is.
You can't forget, like, the Marlins are playing good, I guess, as of late. Hashtag Nicky Nats.
Yeah,
But
they
Phillies
are.
were terrible until they just ripped off, 4 straight. And again, a lot of that was just a weird, super weird series against the Jays where, I mean, I didn't expect them to dominate a couple of those games the way they did, but they did. I mean, you're inches away, I think, from having a position player in the game yesterday against the Jays. It's like 4 straight games against the Jays and then the 1 extra against the Cubs. That's an impressive little stretch after as bad as they were for a while.
Could not agree more. Could not agree more. Let's sell some Philly stock today. We'll buy it back in a week or so.
I mean, they're probably, regardless of what happens the first 5, they're probably winning the full game.
Yeah. Okay. They can have it as long as we get the first 5ers.
Yeah.
Okay. Dubs. Great play. Great looking card today, Jovan. I like our chances. All right.
Sure.
Let's look at some prize pick squares, huh, chat? Would love to smack a sharp report 4-man this week. Jeez. Would love it. Would make my fucking week. I like our chances today looking at our squares. I'll get the party started. You talked about Astros runs. I'll counter, or I guess I'll add on to it. Not even countering. Let me add on to that play and that take. And I'll give you Mitch Spence more than 4.5 hits allowed tonight. You think the Astros score? I think Mitch Spence, who's been pretty solid of late, to be honest with you, can he keep getting away with that? Probably not. You see some regression looming for Mr. Spence, bless his heart, tonight in the most hitter-friendly park being played in a game today on the Diamonds. With the 10.5 total, you're probably going to see some Mitch Spence regression in this one, and you see him get mucked up a hair against the Astros veteran bats. Give me more than 4.5 hits allowed. If you guys look at the charts, you'd assume that Mitch Spence was an opener. Oh, no. He's just been good.
Goated.
There's a reason why that's the 4.5 hits allowed is so high. It's because he's getting hit up today, and he's giving up at least 5, maybe more. Hopefully. Hopefully. Knock on wood. Okay? And then Shohei, oh gosh, this one could be a little bit of a tougher sell, especially when I have the under in the game.
Over in the game.
But the over in the game. Yes, exactly. But I'm fading Shohei's TBs. Well, Shohei's got a lot on his mind this week and today. He's pitching for the first time in a while, Jovan. He's only a man. Right? He's a beast. He's probably one of the greatest men out there on planet Earth out of the 4 billion of them. He's a fucking stud. But he's only a man. He can only do so much. First time he's pitched in a while. I'd assume that's going to be taking up the majority of his headspace today, even post-start. He'll probably be thinking about that start, all those pitches the entire fucking night. I want to fade him at the dish. He's minus 130 to the under on the books. Thought that was weird. I want to fade Shohei at the dish today when he's got his mind on other things elsewhere, a.k.a. on the bump. He might not be pitching a full 5 innings today, but 1 inning might be enough, whether it's really good or what I'm thinking. It might start out a little rough for Shohei as they ease him back into the rotation here, and that might end up fucking his head up for the rest of the game. It's kind of what I'm banking on here. I like runs in it, but I don't like Shohei getting involved. I'll back the other 8 guys in that Dodgers lineup and hope Shohei does not hit a double.
Sure. That would be incredible work from you, Krabs. I mean, I do remember, and people forget because it's been so long. It was like auto fade when Shohei pitched. It's obviously a little different now that he's just opening, but when he pitched full regular starts 2 years ago, he could not hit to save his life. It was just a classic easy, don't overthink it system.
No fucking way it's off the board, Carter.
That's right, me.
No, I see it right here. Is it Mitch Spence?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's Mitch Spence.
GG.
No.
GG.
No.
GG.
That's a shame. Well, I'm rattled. Let's go to Jovan Squares. I want to hear those sell jobs.
Rattled. Fuck. The man who saved basketball, Aaron Wiggins. It's up for a 3 again tonight. And not only up for that, but he's up for the good old 1.5 field goals, Krabs. You know what it was up the last time that was up on the board?
Fine.
that happened to be game 2 where we took that and he had 5 threes, went 6 of 11 from the field, and he has not hit a shot since, which is hilarious. And we all know the good old saying that role players play better at home, and it's not just a saying; it's very tangible, especially for the Thunder shooters. Like whether it's him, whether it's Isaiah Joe, whether it's even Case and Wallace, they all do significantly better at home. But kind of plays into what I was talking about with this game, and frankly, why I think the Pacers might win is because a lot of the ease down the stretch with the OKC offense in the end of the game is they're able to get like Jalen Williams downhill and then get the ball to SGA. He didn't end up having Nemhard on him for a lot of it. He had Naismith on him, who's a great defender, but super aggressive and gets into foul trouble very often, or he got other matchups. So like SGA was able to be super aggressive almost whenever he wanted, or whenever he wanted in that game. But now it's a little different because I think they're going to be able to come up with a better defensive game plan to make sure they get the defensive matchup they want on SGA a lot more of the time, which comes with a couple different things. I think all the shooters are going to step up. A, B, Case and Wallace has been easily the biggest liability I've maybe ever seen on the floor in the finals out of, I don't know, call it any past year's matchups. He's been fucking horrible. And it's weird because like he was a great defensive cog for them for a while, like during the regular season and like parts of the playoffs, but he has been god awful on offense and defensively where he's supposed to shine. I think his minutes get cut tonight. They've been slowly, I guess, trickling for a little bit, except he got a little burst last game, which was weird, which is why, I mean, we're staring at a Thunder team that hit 2 threes, I believe, all game. 3 threes, sorry. They went 3 for 16 from the field. And there's a guy who played 8 minutes in the last game that is up to hit one of them today. Not only hit one of them, but also make 2 shots from the field when he has made 0 in the last 2 games. Yep. What do you think they know is going to happen?
And they know he's putting one in the hoop.
He's putting one in the hoop. He's going to make 2 shots, but there's a much higher likelihood that he hits 2 shots with one of them being a 3 than the other way around. So figured I'd just take the 3 because one of those 2 at minimum is very likely going to have to be a 3. And I think that's his best chance to do it. So taking out Aaron Wiggins and then couldn't really help myself from Ahmed Rosario. Krabs. Really good because not only is it a lefty, and you said you don't really know what you're going to do with the lineup, which is fair. I don't really care too much as long as he's in there because he's got bases up there, which is odd, which would be an automatic, at the minimum, I guess, 5 fantasy points. But God forbid he gets 2 singles, that's 6. But Ahmed Rosario not only gets a lefty, but he also gets a softer tossing lefty, which if you've paid attention as of late, talking to the chat, not you because I know you have, but the Nats have played some better lefties, or at least lefties that have much better strikeout stuff as of late. It's like they've been bad against lefties, don't get me wrong, but I think it's a little exaggerated in terms of like they haven't gotten the best matchups. Like David Peterson has been incredibly solid like this entirety of the season. I don't know how he's doing it exactly, but he threw a complete game. You look great. He had like 6 Ks. His strikeout stuff is a lot different than Palmquist, but Palmquist is going to fill up the zone a lot. He also struggles with getting the ball inside to righties, which Ahmed Rosario against lefties is one of the better pull hitters in the game, which is why he's in there. So if you leave something over the middle of the plate, it is going to be shot on the left field line. So I think this is perfect for him, regardless of what happens in the context of the game. Kind of with you. I don't love runs, but Ahmed Rosario simply has to be done.
I'm in. If I had to guess, I'd say we see a different Nats lineup today. For the first time in a long time, we saw CJ moved out of the leadoff spot yesterday. Crazy coincidence, crazy timing. After Dave Martinez's fucking crash out the day before, you finally see a lineup change. If I had to guess, we would see the lineup change again today. And maybe you see Alex Call back in the leadoff spot like we did yesterday. Maybe we see Mr. Ahmed Rosario batting second. We've seen him bat second a decent chunk against lefties so far this season, especially of late. That's probably where I'd expect him. And then maybe CJ hitting third and James hitting fourth. I don't know, but that's what I would do if I was the coach. That's what I would do. Or I'd just go back to putting CJ in the leadoff spot where he's him and just suck it up lefty-lefty. But I'd probably go with the former and put James Wood in the 4-hole today and see what happens. I hope they put Ahmed Rosario in that 2-hole, I guess is my main point. I'll bring this up. That's where he's been the majority of the time of late. So
I assume he's going to be up there no matter.
That'd be nice.
Stuff will probably change around him, but
yep.
We'll see what else happens.
He'll probably be playing second base today. Obviously, Brady House getting the call up. He'll be playing thirds. Ahmed will probably be starting for Luis Garcia. They'll probably give him a day off, number one, because it's a lefty he's facing. Number two, he's shown zero effort over the last couple of games, and he might even just be getting benched, to be honest. So
really bad.
Should be the 2-hole. for Ahmed. Let's hope. Either way, though, love his matchup. If he gets a couple of bats against Palmquist, knock on wood, should be in business. Okay?
Be in business.
I did drop the Sharp Report 3-man.
You got any Chaparro sightings, Krabs?
Dude, he hasn't been playing a ton, but when he has, he's made impacts. He's had a couple hits already.
I feel like he might be the guy to drive Ahmed in.
Maybe we see Chappie getting involved. Would love to see it. Professional
Hopefully
hitter.
he's there. I know in the Peterson game he was hitting cleanup. I don't know if he'll be there again today, but
yeah, he
would
might
love
be.
it if so.
Well, if they go all out against the lefty lineup, right? You probably will see Chappie in there instead of Nate Lowe. Okay?
That would be huge.
That would be huge. See how it plays out, chat. All right. We talked about Nicholas Avdalis going to VT, but no mention of Chestnut back in the hot dog eating contest. That's crazy. Can we clap it up for Joey Chestnut in America real quick? Let's clap it up. Let's clap it up.
You gonna
clap it up for Joey?
You gonna fade him again, Krabs?
Made some coins, honestly, fading that fucker.
I know. I remember we had a whole 45-minute part of the show where you were on your soapbox about fading him. And I mean, it worked. Yep. It was just crazy in the moment.
Works damn near every time.
Yeah.
I'll be fading him again. It's not personal. It's just
fade
business.
Fade him for America.
Talk about a win-win as well.
Shout out America, but we're going to fade him.
Shout out America. We're fading Joey. And that's why you watch BTL. You don't get that type of content anywhere else, folks. People just lie to your faces. They go with the flow. They say, oh, yeah, Joey goes over. He doesn't. Joey actually doesn't go over. Bless his heart. He did a couple years ago when he broke the record, 5 or 6 years ago. Dude was a fucking machine back then. That was his prime. You can tell right now, he'll pass his prime. We'll see if he proves me wrong. I'm willing to bet.
Joey Chestnut primes, dude.
He's past his prime.
You have a scouting report, Krabs?
Whole
it's
scouting.
Just the eye test, Goots. I talk about it all the time in baseball, right? The eye test.
What are you seeing? What are you seeing in the eye test?
I'm not seeing the dogs going down as quick as they once did.
You've watched recent videos of him eating dogs?
Chews per minute are down. Dogs per minute are down.
He doesn't have the same dunk speed in the water. He once did.
He's not utilizing the water as much, right? He's slowed down a hair. He's lost his fastball, some might say. But he could still go out there and give you 7 strong innings.
Dude, wasn't the contest that he did, however long he was not at the Nathan's one, they were not real dogs, right?
Well, it was because he couldn't do the Nathan's last year because he signed a deal with these all natural hot dogs. But I don't think that's what he ate at the other event he did. The other event he did was for charity.
Oh yeah, the other one. I remember there was multiple of them.
Yeah, he was in the spotlight a little bit even after.
Dude, maybe he's washed after relying on some impossible dogs.
Joey takes shit personal, man.
Do we have any hot dog squares up yet?
No, they're not up yet.
None yet. Okay.
Yeah.
We got some time to craft up some winners, and I'll have them. Guys, it's not personal. It's just business, folks.
Well, we're talking about business. W. Segue, you got any thoughts on the Devers trade, Krabs?
I mean, you could probably guess my thoughts.
I can't. That's why I asked.
I think it's a good move for the Sox. Get him out of there. If he's causing problems, if he's not a winner, if he's not a leader, if he doesn't have the right mindset, if he's rubbing off on the other guys, if it doesn't feel right, get him out of there. Make a move. If the dude sucks, if he doesn't want to be there, get him the fuck out of there. That's my thought process. We talked about it before the season, Jovan. An all-time me guy move. That shit pisses me off.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to small ball, whatever happened to team ball, whatever happened to caring about the team. Everybody only cares about themselves these days. It's fucking sad. I would fucking chew out my high school teammate back in the day. That's why I won the coaches award. If you pulled some shit like that, I'm not fucking taking ground balls at first base. Grow the fuck up. Help your team win. Get that guy out of there. He's not a winner. He's a loser. Dude hits the ball 450. Great. But does he help you win? No. When have the Red Sox won shit when he's been there?
They won a World Series.
Oh, okay, they did win a World Series. But was that because of Devers?
I mean, yeah, he had hell of a season and multiple, I think, massive hits in that series.
All right, well, you got me there. But I stand on this. If you're going into the season, making it all about yourself, if you're going in saying, I'm not willing to help the ball club, they're not asking for you to play fucking center field. They're not asking you to, DH. They're just saying maybe move over across the diamond to help your team win. And you can't even attempt it? That shit pisses me off. And I'll tell you what, we know for a fact that it was a problem in the locker room if they made that trade. That confirms it right there. That confirms everything we know.
Well, I saw some reports. I don't know how true these were, but like when Casas got hurt, that's the reason why they wanted him to DH, because they had Casas at first, and they had third base
and
covered
they
with
asked him to do it
Bregman.
again.
When he got hurt, they asked him to go to first. He's like, "You dug your own grave. I'm not playing."
Yeah, which
That's
they kind of
Just
did.
listen to your
Coffin
coach
right
and help
there.
the fucking team win.
I think it was a big time me guy move for him to be pissing about it like before spring training, and you could tell it kind of leaked. Saw somebody say in the chat, we said it was a non-story. He said exactly the opposite, that it was a big problem going into this season. And I think two things can be true. It was a me guy move, and obviously like it's probably a little exaggerated what it was from what we hear on social media, but the Red Sox front office didn't make it any better either. So they did kind of dig their own grave. So I think it's a valid move in the sense of, do you really want that, I guess, turmoil between you and a star coming up while you have all three of your biggest prospects, I guess, rising up in the franchise? Like, probably not. Could they have got a little more for him? Yeah, but I understand a little bit more than I guess everybody else why they would do it. But at the same time, I mean, huge get for the Giants. They're a game back of the Dodgers right now. Team's been fantastic, and you couldn't ask for any more. They need a big power lefty bat because realistically, like Yaz is the closest thing they've had to that for years now, and now they have one.
Yeah, but what I can't get over is this motherfucker is going to play first base in San Fran.
Well, yeah, the difference is they told him that straight up.
Okay.
He's probably not going to be there every day. They have Wilmer. I don't know if they'll keep Dom, but like, I doubt he'll be every day first baseman.
I mean, he's not playing third.
No.
They have Gold Glove Matt Chapman. I know he's on the IL right now.
At the moment, but yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
but he'll be back in like a week.
Yeah.
Sure.
But yeah, he ain't playing third. The
Will's
difference is
starting to
like
heat up too.
Yeah, the Giants front office is not the ones. I mean, not that he had a choice because it was a trade, but
Yeah.
they're not the ones telling him, okay, put the glove down. Then, okay, somebody's hurt. Go back to here. Go back to here. Like, not that wasn't the Devers' decision to be pissy about it, but I guess that's the main difference. They're kind of laying it out all to him from the start.
Reeve Tree's right too. They have Eldridge coming up, but like, if he doesn't work out, he doesn't work out. They need to have other options there as well. So like,
yeah, which I'm
have
sure
the best
Eldridge is
rotation
not the
prospect in baseball right now.
Eldridge is not the priority in terms of in the field.
Yeah.
They will do whatever they want to get Devers wherever he wants.
Yep.
Except for third. But it's like, I don't mind it for the Red Sox in the sense of like, again, do you want that around your prospects as they're coming up to be the stars that you think they're going to be, the big three there? Plus, you still have Bregman, who I think is a great enough clubhouse leader. Then you have Jaron Duran, who's like your secondary star now, with Crochet, who's I guess the leader on the pitching front. Like, I think they're going to be fine. It's just odd because like now there's no loyalty because they've traded away all of their best players. It feels like the Rays at this point. It's like, are you going to get any bigger free agents to come to Boston anymore? Like, you'll get Simple because you're the Red Sox, but you're kind of burning those bridges.
Miguel says, with the amount of times Krabs has failed the 9 innings, 9 beers, 9 hot dogs, he has no right to speak on Joey Chestnut. Miguel, I'm the only person out of 8 billion who's done the 10-10-10 challenge. I don't give a hoot. I know what I'm capable of. I know who I am. I got no shame. Go try 10-10-10 challenge, see how it goes, Miguel. See how you feel the next day.
The only ever contestant.
No one's ever going to try that again. Nobody's ever even thought of it until I pulled it off in extra innings a couple years ago. Never been done before. Never will be
Pretty
done
soft.
again.
You couldn't tackle the gray dogs in Texas, but that's cool. It's okay.
Well, I will. Okay. I'm not the type of guy that likes throwing blame or making excuses. I hate excuses. I hate blame. But give me a fucking break with those dogs. Come on.
No, those dogs were literally squirrel tail.
Those were not safe to eat.
No, they were not.
Those don't taste good.
Those look like SpongeBob when they had the gray mush like Krabby Patties or whatever it was. It was literally those in hot dog form.
Nasty, bro. Absolutely nasty. And yeah, who else is eating a stepped on dog? I am Lickers. No one.
Yes, you have a stepped on dog and a pocket dog in your arsenal. Those two are in your trophy case.
Yep. Put those up in the rafters, folks. Unbelievable. All right. Well, Jovan, before we lock in and do a squad ride here, I want to ask you, are we betting on college baseball today?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We're taking the plus 3.5?
Yeah. And I mean, I locked it in not even because like I'm super, super confident they win. It's just kind of FOMO at this point. This would be the funniest thing ever if they were to end Arkansas season in Omaha.
I don't know if I love hearing that, but
I mean, I'm not here to sell you on the play necessarily because I mean it's going to go one of two ways. It's going to come down to the wire, and the Murray State Magic is going to continue, or they're going to lose by $1 billion because with that, their arms like they're trying to outswing Arkansas. It's like that.
Yep.
There's definitely more worlds than not where that ends up very poorly. It's just I can't help it. If they make history and make this a game, I have to be there.
All right, I'm in. Let me plug this puppy in real quick. I'm trying to see if I can find a 4.5. No.
While we're talking about some other sports, there are some interesting squares for the Club World Cup today on PrizePicks. Remember when I would always tell you about how when there are goals allowed for just massive, massive dogs in soccer? Yep. I think we did a lot of that during the World Cup and during Euros and all that, but they have it back today. There are two teams that are plus 1,100 and plus 900. And I'm sure, I mean, nobody would give a shot in this game. They're not going to win the games, but nobody would, in their right mind, would think they're going to score either. And they both have half a goal allowed up on PrizePicks.
I was more looking at that LAFC goalkeeper, Hugo Lloris, and the more than 2.5 goals allowed against Chelsea tonight.
Yeah, do you know who that is?
No, I don't.
One of the most legendary goalies of all time, and he's in the MLS now on their team. But it's a interesting, I guess, narrative for him going back and playing an actual team. That's a kind of a fun matchup. But yeah, Chaka, I would kind of take both to score. Wouldn't mind that. I think out of LAFC and then Tunis, the African team is playing tonight. I mean, you're probably getting a goal out of one of them at the least with those squares that are up.
Okay. You're talking about the Philip Jorgensen and Augustin Rossi squares?
Well, so I assume Robert Sanchez is their main goalie. Jorgensen's the backup. It's like they just have the two squares up, I guess, just in case. I haven't seen if Chelsea's lineup dropped yet, but I was waiting to punch it in to see what goalie's officially starting. I'm sure I can find it, but it's Sanchez likely and then Rossi at the bottom.
Okay. Are you good with that more then for Hugo Lloris though and his goals allowed? Look at that chart and look at people. It's popular. 12K people are taking it. I'm assuming they're not taking the more than.
Yeah. Just keep in mind, not that I disagree, but keep in mind that I don't even know what to compare this to, but like they're just gigantic favorites. They're like minus 500.
Okay.
It's like usually those are the ones that I would stay away from, but I guess this is a little different.
All right. Chad, I did lock in Murray State plus 3.5 and plus 105. If you want to get involved, it starts up in 5 minutes. Murray State plus 3.5 and plus chicken. All right. Jovan, might be about that time. You ready?
Sure.
Goots, do me a favor, run that shit. I'm trying to see that train. All right, chat. Let's stay hot with the squad rides. Knock on wood. Okay? Let's stay hot. Every time I bring up the record, we lose, so I'm not going to bring it up. But let's stay dialed. Let's cash another squad ride today. I'll leave it at that. Okay?
Sure.
Thank you for all the subbies today from all you goats. Again, Sade Whiteman, DeGen, Baumgartner Jackson, Sean Beasy. Sean Beasy dropped so many. Sade Whiteman's been dropping so many. Holy howitzers. You guys are fucking goated. The Gummy won. I will. Thank you guys. Seriously. All right, Jovan. I'm looking at my plays. I'm looking at your plays. A couple that stick out to me right away. Orioles ML. Marlins first 5 ML.
Did not think that was where you're going.
Really?
Wow.
Where'd you think I was going?
I thought you were going to say Nats first 5 under.
No. Orioles on mouse.
Yeah, I have no issues. I hate it, but not because of the play.
It's a good thing. Marlins first 5 ML, full go?
Sure.
Okay.
Definitely, I think it's the Pacers, Krabs.
Okay. I hear you. We'll put him in. Is that my favorite play? No. Do I trust Jovan? And am I putting this puppy in here with zero doubts and locking it in and tailing him? And that I love his fucking sell job? Hell yeah. And is Trent going to be boots on ground in attendance? And is it as simple as that? Yeah.
Might be.
It might just be. It might just be, folks. Pacers plus 9.5. Sure we can.
Sure.
Anything else that we need in the squad ride poll?
Any more must needs?
Any other must needs? Now's the time, chat. Let us know.
I mean, I feel like whenever we have a, knock on wood, a Dodgers total in there, it goes incredibly well, especially from your side.
I don't know if I feel good putting the Dodgers over in the squad ride poll. I feel like that's testing the gambling gods a little bit, pushing their buttons.
Fair.
That might not be the BTL or the Krabby way. Maybe we just let that side splooge.
Fair.
Please tail it, though. If you want to fade Shohei, please tail it.
I'm tailing.
Okay. Let's go 3 plays, 3 winners. You in?
Yep.
3 plays, 3 winners, chat. Get involved. If you're wondering where the fucking poll is, it's up in the Twitch chat. Make your way over there from the YouTube if you're still lurking in the YouTube chat. Right? You guys are goated, but need all the votes we can get in the Twitch chat right now. Hurry up. Go. Get involved. 3 plays, 3 winners. We've got the Orioles on the ML. We've got the Pacers plus 9.5. And how about the Marlins first 5 money line, folks? Crazy. Is Sandy back? That's what I'm voting for. Marlins first 5 ML. Trust in my gut. Probably could have saved the people some time and not even gone over the Orioles here. Just made it a 2-horse race, but that's okay. Jack, get involved. Are you betting on a revenge game for Eflin? Are you betting on Sandy Alcantara? Or are you betting on Fade and Trent with boots on ground? Those are your 3 options.
Dodgers are probably the only thing that could have fought in this race.
Yeah, it was always the Pacers. This one's personal for Chad, huh? This one's personal. Certainties.
Sure.
Surely Trent supports all of our teams in a positive manner too, right? Surely. Certainties. What's up, Dead Larry Bird? I see you lurking in the chat. Over in the A's game? Sure. Jovan likes that Astros team total over.
I think the Astros are doing their part, at least.
Yep. W's. All right, chat, get involved. You got about 10 seconds left. Hurry up. Go. So lame. Trent, man, hope you have a great time tonight. Okay?
All business.
Go get a win. It's not personal, man. Seriously. Go get a win. Just not by 10. Pacers plus 9.5, chat. Take it to the fucking bank. Lock it in responsibly. And we'll meet you at the cash counter. Goot says it's personal.
It's personal from Goots.
Okay. W stream today. W Monday BTL. I appreciate all you guys. You better show up nice and early tomorrow for TMAs. Get there bright and early. Tell Mikey I sent you. And we'll catch you tomorrow. Same time, same place.